What's up guys, we're in today's YouTube video. Today we are going Funko Pop hunting down to Barnes & Noble, and today's video we are going to be talking about the price increase, because if you guys did not know, the price increase has officially hit the Funko community. So if you guys could make sure to smash the like button, hit the subscription, helps the channel immensely, and every subscription helps us talk about this obviously catastrophe in the Funko land, because obviously it's crazy. These price increases are insane. We're talking about it later, obviously later in the video, but they're genuinely crazy. I don't understand how anybody could support this. If you're a Funko person that likes to buy pops in the community, comment down below, does this increase bother you? Because it definitely does to me, and I don't know how much longer they can keep doing this to us before finally people like myself and everyone else drops out, because it's genuinely crazy. But nonetheless, let's get a Barnes & Noble, show you guys what they do have, and see what we pick up. Alright, so over at the Funko section, I see like they have the Joker, Katana, Deadshot, some Ghostbusters, Superman, Snoopy in the Doghouse, with Boba Fett, where the Wild Things are, Batman the Animated Series, and I believe there's a couple of them, but this one's pretty cool. It's Harley Quinn, Charlie Brown, Superman, the Goofy movie, obviously have Goofy, Roxanne, and Max, which I believe is it's the complete wave. There's also like Star Wars, Timmy Turner, The Last Ronin, Katana, the whole basically Mortal Kombat 11 set, Gaston, Jafar, that blacklight of Ghostface right there, Jimmy Neutron, Barney, Snow White, Wish, which I heard was more of a Wish, Wendy, I don't know what that is. And then over here they have like Breakfast Club, Beetlejuice, Succession, Golden Girls. Lots and lots of just random pops from other sets, but there is another side on the other side, so let's go show those over there. Alright, over in this section, there's like The Last Ronin, Biddy Pops, She-Ra, Maria, Spider-Gwen, the Joker on the beach, Gravik. It's a lot of random like superhero pops because it is in the comic book section, which if you guys know, we never really ever show this, but like a lot of Invincible stuff. But over here is usually where I try to find all my Marvel stuff. It's not the only place I go, because I do go to a lot of places to get it, but also has a big DC section too, which is really nice. But let's go to the other side where the actual pops are. In this section, look at here, they do have like U2s of like Sung Jin Woo right there, Kaiju number 8, Denji, Chainsaw Man, which are really cool. They do have one Trafalgar Law down here, a couple Q Poskets, but a lot of cool stuff on this side. So let's go to again, we're still going to the pop side, but there's a lot to go through. Then over here we got like Bleach, more Bleach. They do have that King Pop, that Hentengu, which is a pop we do need for the collection. There's also like Neji, like very damaged Hinata, Trigun going all the way down here, Big Mom, Yamato, more Yamato. And if we go to the other side, I see like Megumi right there. They do have that Nobara Pop Plus. There's also like Chilai, Gogeta, some Max, some of those. But now we've looked at everything, so let's go back to the house that we did pick up today. Obviously we're back now from Barnes & Noble, which today we're talking about a little bit of stuff. We did pick up a couple pops there, but obviously today we are talking about something that's happening in the Funko community that I didn't realize until today, which I did see a post a while back that they were going to be increasing prices. I think we talked about this because they called tariffs and claimed that was the reason, but they were already going to plan to up these prices anyways. This is just a way for them to do it and kind of a scapegoat for them to get into doing the price increase without having to say they're just wanting to do it. But in my opinion, this price increase is absolute insanity, and this price increase, I think in the long run, is going to destroy the Funko community, because people like myself, probably there's a lot of people obviously I saw on Reddit obviously talking about it, that this is not the way to do it, because now the commons are now 15 bucks. They've increased it by $3. They were up to 12. Now they're at 15. They jumped by a whole $3 increase. Is insanity. I haven't even seen how much Pop Pluses are. I haven't even seen the premiums, but just the commons, just that I've seen, which crazy enough, I didn't know this, and I went to go buy the pop, which will showcase the first one, and I ended up I went to go grab Hentengu, because I was like, okay, let's get a Demon Slayer pop for the collection, because we do need this one. And I was like, okay, it was normal. And then all of a sudden, if you guys, because Barnes & Noble, you didn't know, already charges an extra $1 per pop, so they don't charge actually 15. And I didn't even realize it until the guy told me the price, and I was like, are you kidding me? But if you look now, they covered their little sticker right there. It's blocked out. They closed off the $11.99 sticker to put the new one. And do you see how just for a common is insanity? If I knew that, I wouldn't have probably picked this one up, to be honest. Because, I mean, I do want to get it for the collection, but I would have waited till I found a bargain. But, yeah, I mean, it looks great. And I was confused when I saw the price, because I was like, this isn't a premium. And then I was like, well, maybe because he's running on the grass, maybe they meant to put it as a premium. But I know Funko just updated their prices, and now all the stores are obviously updating their prices, because they're not going to get, they're not going to lose the buck. They want money as much as every other company does. So that is insane. Make sure to look at your pops, because, yeah, that's crazy. Going forward, I don't even know what's going to happen, because they're already updating the old pops, not even just the new pops are the new price. Everything is already this new price, and that is absolute insanity. I don't even know if I would buy from Barnes & Noble at this point, unless it was an exclusive that I didn't have, because that's, for a common, is crazy. Like, that's ridiculous to charge this much for just a basic pop, and especially because there's a lot of sets that we talk about, like the Marvel set, DC, the Star Wars, and all that stuff, where they don't look that crazy. Because like, yeah, sometimes these like Demon Slayer pops and sometimes the molds are very bland, and like the Naruto, the like would it be the most recent Naruto wave? It's okay, but it's nothing that I would go out of the ballpark and say those are like crazy pops. So nonetheless, the price increase has already started hitting stores. So check that out if you are worried about price increases, because that's insanity to me, and I can't stand behind that, because as a Funko YouTuber, this is insane, and I hope everyone else agrees that that's just not the way to go, honestly. And I hope that Funko sees this and sees the backlash, and hopefully will realize that, yeah, people do not want to pay these increased prices. Like, we're gonna do it for certain things, but I mean, it's in the long run, you're actually going to get more Funko waste, for the fact that there's a lot of characters that people are not willing to pay $15 for, especially with all these new movies and sets. Because now that they're dropping all the new Superman pops, I really don't see myself paying $15 for Lois Lane just to stand there and just not even to be in a pose or anything, because it's just not worth it. So then in return, they're gonna have a lot of like side characters that just aren't gonna get pops sold, because nobody's gonna buy them because it's not worth it. Funko took a massive L on this. However, we did pick up another pop though, and obviously this one I didn't pick it up at Barnes & Noble, but I did pick it up at another store. But obviously I didn't have space to film, and so obviously I just kind of filled it in together. But I ended up getting Vivi with Karu right there, and this is such a great pop. Karu and Vivi, obviously I really want this one. They sold their pops for retail price, so I appreciate this store. The store's pretty tiny though, and they didn't have any lots of stuff, so I just kind of picked it up instead. I just combine it with this one, and yeah, they charge retail price. That's great. They didn't charge an increase, and obviously this is such a cool pop. It's part of the pop rides, which is great. Obviously it'll look great in my One Piece collection, which we will be doing a video updating the shelving and changing stuff again, because I need more space, and I have to keep updating to add new and take stuff off. Like we did with My Hero, we took stuff off and added new stuff, because I have a lot of One Piece pops, and obviously I've been grinding. About to be done with Thriller Bark. I'm right at the point where Kuma's fighting Zoro, so now I'm learning about Kuma, which again, I'd love to get that Bartholomew Kuma pop. Obviously, now that I've actually met him, and he's crazy. So this is such a great moment, though. This Vivi and Karu, this whole wave was really thrown out of the ballpark, and I'm glad that we finally got a Vivi pop. Because when I don't know, because when we were a while back, we met the voice actor of Mina, which if you don't know, Mina also voices Vivi, and I almost would be tempted to get Vivi over Mina, but that's just just my personal take. Obviously, this is the only Vivi pop we do have, and I don't think we're gonna get another Vivi pop anytime soon. But hey, man, I'm happy that it came with Karu. It looks great. They threw this one out of the ballpark. I mean, the box is like a little bit of extra space, because you guys see there's a lot of space on the sides, but I'm not complaining. I'm really happy I was able to get this one. However, the other one on this side, I'm happy I got, because I do think it's a cool. I can't stand the character, of course, but it's still great for my collection of the demons. But I'm disappointed that the price increased, because I probably wouldn't have picked it up today, or I would have got one of the other pops from the different sets. However, that does complete today's video. Make sure to check out your stores and see what the prices they're doing. We will be streaming Last of Us after, obviously, I finished the Thunder game today, because they're playing for if they beat Minnesota, then they'll obviously be going to the playoffs, or the championship game. It'll be crazy. Super, super excited on that. Obviously, go check that out if you guys are big basketball fans. I'm a huge fan of basketball currently. I've been for a couple years now. And that, though, we will be streaming, like I said, tomorrow we'll get an art short out. I don't know, there's a lot of requests people wanted. I have to go through the requests and see which one's going to be the next one, because I know a lot of the newer ones, but I want to go back to the older ones and try to make sure everybody gets a request out. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys then. Peace.